Alright folks, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to show you how to make a super simple meal, but very tasty. So we usually do travel related stuff, but we try to do all sorts of things, especially relating to Croatia. So today we're going to show you, first and foremost, I want to say neither of us are really professional cooks, but I'm going to show you how to make turkey Croatian style. And the only reason I'm calling it Croatian style, and it might be something else, but I'm calling it Croatian style because this is how my mom makes it and my grandma, and it's extremely simple, but it's an amazingly tasty meal. I thought I'd show it to you because I've honestly never eaten it anywhere else. If you're watching this, you're saying, oh my god, we do that as well, so be it. So this is not turkey breast, this is actually, Jen, how would you call this? Zabatak. Okay, if you're from Croatia, you're watching this, this is zabatak. Usually they're about 1.2 kilo, 0.3. They come with the bone, but it's basically, Jen, how is this? How you call this?
Is it the dark rump part of the turkey?
Yeah, right. So I don't know how to explain it. It's not
dark meat turkey.
Dark meat turkey. I think if you're in the States, you probably have to go to a butcher or something, but it's extremely economical meal as well, but it tastes just as good as if you had roast beef or something like that. So it's really healthy but extremely tasty option, and you still get to have dark meat and all the juices. So what you need is, again, you just need, I guess, this part of the turkey, zabatak in Croatian. I really don't know in English.
We'll look it up.
Well, look it up now. Why don't you just look it up now? Oh. So I guess I have a cat helper. Whenever we take out any raw meat, that little devil, we really need to be careful. So anyways, we found out what it is. So zabatak in English, it's turkey thigh. Okay, so it's dark meat, super simple. Try to get about 1.23 kilo. It's just easier. This time they didn't have the bigger piece, so these are about 600-700 grams, but they amount to about 1 kilo of meat in the United States. I don't know, what is that? 2.2, something like that. You'll figure it out. That's not a problem. So all you really need is garlic, which you're going to chop to about this size. I'm not going to show that in the video because I pre-chopped that. So you basically just chop it so it looks like these little tiny pieces.
Slivers.
Right, because what you're going to do is you're just going to, I already did this piece. What you do is you take these little pieces, you take a little knife like this or whatever you're more comfortable with. You basically make a little incision, see, like this. And then you put, so basically what we're doing now, this is going to be, we're going to be marinating the meat. It's super simple. So you just put it in and it's almost like putting it in a little pocket. The meal usually is not too garlicky, but it's just garlicky enough and it's fantastic. And the only reason I decided to make this video because this meal is so simple to make and it's so good. So I think you get the point. You just kind of try to find spots. See, you make little pockets and then you push it in. Jen and I both really love garlic. You can put as much as you want. I generally like to put at least 10 pieces or so. You like it that it's really garlicky. And if you're wondering how deep the pocket should be, just about the size of whatever your piece of garlic is, and just so you can kind of put it inside. Super easy, and it's also super fast. This process will take maybe 10 minutes if so, and that includes the chopping of the garlic. I'm not going to be giving you any amounts because I've never seen, my mother and my grandma, they don't operate with recipes, measurements. Some recipes to do, but generally, as we said in Croatia, odokativno. They all do everything approximately. Alright, so you can see we do this on both sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We just kind of approximately put whatever you think it is. Now we're gonna flip sides, gonna do exact same process on this side. There we go.
We're gonna show our helper.
Yeah, he goes insane.
We have a very eager helper.
He won't leave at all. Last time we were doing this, we just left him for a second. And you know, when it gets really quiet with a cat, you know, he's getting in trouble, or she.
Just a note, garlic is not good for cats. Please don't let your cat have any garlic.
So again, normal case, I will have only one of these. This was like one out of, we maybe should have done the video with a whole piece, but it makes no difference. Generally, I like to have a bigger piece. It's about, 1.2, 1.3 kilos. It's just easier to cook and make. So in case you're wondering how much garlic this was, this is about 4 mid to bigger size cloves of garlic. You need to leave it maybe for about 2-3 hours, doesn't matter. You can leave it overnight as well to marinate. Of course, you need to leave it in your fridge. What we're going to make with this is going to be potatoes. We're going to be put potatoes in here. You do not have to be a good cook. You could be a very good reheater or very good microwave cook, and you could still make this meal because it's incredibly simple. All you need is really garlic, salt, a little bit of soy sauce, but even and olive oil. We live in the Mediterranean, so garlic and olive oil pretty much are elixirs.
And here's our helper. He has to stay at the corner. He's not allowed any closer.
Okay, so now that we put all the garlic, that we inserted all the garlic, the next step is to salt. You can do it before too, it makes no difference. The way my mom do it, and I'll do it like this as well, you just put salt like this into your hand, and then you just go over the meat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you're going over the meat, you're basically almost like massaging the salt into it. It doesn't really matter. If you want, you can just take the salt and put it over and then do that. But like this, you have a bit of a better feel where you're putting the salt. Repeat the process on the other side, the same thing. All right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to put soy sauce. We use the low sodium. If you use regular soy sauce, then obviously you need to put less salt because soy sauce has a crap ton of salt in it already. You don't put too much, just a little bit. See? Again, I do it like my mom. I don't really use any measurements. I just approximate, just make sure that soy sauce goes everywhere. And don't put too much. Just a little bit of soy sauce. Boom, that's going to be enough. Make sure it goes everywhere in these holes where garlic is. Next thing we're going to do, olive oil. Do the same thing, we just put a little bit of olive oil, spread it around, make sure it gets everywhere. There we go, we're gonna flip it. So repeat the same process. Boom. Beautiful. Oh, it smells already so good. If some of the garlic pieces fall out, don't worry. I mean, depends how much you put. If you put only a little, you want it in the meat because it really gives it good flavor. But if some of them fall out, see, some of my garlic went out because we had a lot. It doesn't matter. It's gonna make the potatoes really, really nice. If you do have lemon, you can put a little bit of lemon. Sometimes my mom will put a quarter of lemon in there, and it gives a nice fresh flavor. All right, that's it. Super simple. We're gonna let it marinate in the fridge for about 2 hours, and that's it. All right, so it's been about an hour and a half, hour 30 minutes. We're gonna start chopping the potatoes. We're just making sure that we give it about 2 hours to marinate. We're gonna just chop the potatoes so we don't have to do it later. So by the time we finish with the potatoes, about 10-15 minutes, we're gonna start the oven and start the meat. There's our helper. Yeah. We're going to actually start preheating the oven. So I put it on about 180 degrees Celsius. We do it, 180. Don't make it too hot. 180 max, 190, but 180 degrees is perfect.
We don't have a lid that's perfect for it, so we're just gonna cover it with foil, because in the beginning you want to cover it to keep the juices in. I'm just using regular foil, stuff that we brought from US, heavy duty foil, so it's sturdy. We're gonna cook it covered for a bit, just so the inside can get a little bit more cooked. And then near the end you uncover it to be able to get that sear and that little bit of
but we'll show that as we go.
Browning. And we'll put the potatoes in, but don't put the potatoes in right away.
Potatoes, we just finished chopping them, and it is 7:30, so it's been marinating long enough, we believe. And honestly, we're just getting hungry and antsy, so we want to eat. Like I said, you can easily leave it 3-4 hours to marinate. It's no problem, but this 2 hours should be enough. All right. Alright, so you also might want to put something that's heat resistant, like this wooden, how do you call this, wooden board or whatever you have, because once we're gonna be basting it and we're gonna be flipping it and just checking how it is. So of course you need to take it out. This is common sense, but just in case you're doing it the first time or first time cooking and you find this and you see this, because it's really easy, just make sure you have something, because this is where we're gonna put it to baste, and just check how it is. That's it. All right, and we're gonna take it out, see how it's doing. All right, let's take the mitts. Jen got these. Okay. All right, perfect. Looks like it's doing good. So, what we're going to do now, we want it to burn a little bit on top. You said
brown.
Brown, sorry, we want to brown it a little bit on top. So we're going to put it in without
Cover.
the lid, without the cover, and I'm also going to put the potatoes in. See? Okay. The only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a little bit of seasoned salt on our potatoes. We got this at Disney, it's for the steak, but it's fantastic. So we're gonna put it on the potatoes, because I have not salted the potatoes. Yeah. Goes back in without the cover. We want it to brown on top. Okay, so it has browned already a little bit, but we want it a bit more brown, so yeah, we're gonna put it back in. What I'm also going to do, I'm just gonna baste it a little bit. You want to put these juices that the meat produces, you just want to baste it. Also, what helps if you do it like this, so you grab one side so you have more of it. It's just easier. Be careful. Yeah, tilt it. Be careful not to burn yourself. So you want to make sure that all these juices that the turkey released, you want it all over. All right, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Oh, that looks. Oh, ow! I touched a little bit. Touch the pan. I'll move around the potatoes just so they get enough oil. I don't want to put more oil. I mean, you can add more oil if you think you need more oil, but I think that looks good. Thank you very much. Put it back in. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so we gave it another 10 minutes. We're gonna double check again. So it's been now without the cover for about 15 minutes. It should have browned by now. We're gonna double check if we like it or not, or if we want it more. All right, Jen, what do you think?
I would do a little more.
Jen likes it a bit more. I'll see, for me that would be okay. So we're gonna leave it for just maybe 2-3 minutes, and we're gonna check. I think it should be even okay for Jen. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. Perfect. So we're going to flip it. Oh, the potatoes are coming in nicely too. Don't put them too early. Well, that looks very good. All right, so we're gonna flip it. Okay. This one. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it back in for maybe about a half an hour. We'll see. We'll check on it how it is. And yeah, in about half an hour we'll have a tasty dinner. We started at 7:30 and now it's 8:52. So basically the meat's been, if you take out 1 or 2, 3 minutes that we took it out, so the meat's been in there for about an hour and 20 minutes. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. And the potatoes look ready as well. That is it. So we're gonna take it out. Oh, that looks fantastic. We're just going to cut in to see if it's ready. No blood, nothing. It's been in the oven for 180 degrees. Yep, see, no blood, looks perfect, excellent. Can't wait to eat it. It's done, folks. So that was it. About an hour and 20 minutes of cooking with another maybe 10-15 minutes of prep. But again, super easy meal. Potatoes look great too. Oh yeah, it's gonna be yummy. Alright, we're gonna start eating, folks. So, folks, that's it. Enjoy your meal, or as we would say it in Croatian, dobar tek. And what you want with that, of course, it's a good good bottle or a good glass of red wine. This is one of our wines that we get here, at least from the store. We also get different wines from winemakers in Istria, because you can get some really good wines alongside of olive oils. But this is the one you can find here in the store, relatively easy in Konzum or in Plodine or anywhere else. It's Dingač by Madiraca, and it's really, really good. It's not too expensive, but it's top quality wine, so we're gonna have that. All right, you're my test subject. So Jembug, how is it? Try it.
All right.
And be honest. We've done this before, but there's a slight variation. Yeah? Good? Really?
It's good, it's nice and moist. You can taste the little pieces of garlic. You got that nice crusty part where it's been browned. It's delicious.
Oh yeah, can't wait to try mine. All right, dobar tek. Kitty, you can't have this. It's with garlic. You're not. You just can't have garlic. Okay? So you want to show how much we have left? Kitty, what are you doing? And folks, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you really try this. This is so tasty.